This presentation is on using a hosting service to deploy your PHP programs and set up your MySQL database so you can create an application and put it out there on the web for the rest of the world to use. In this class, of course, we're going to develop locally using WAMP or MAMP, but eventually you're going to want to get your programs up on the internet. So I'm going to show you some examples of how that's done. These are just examples. We're not endorsing these products, but just want to show you a couple that I happen to use. Now, look at this form I have set up here. It says, who are you? And I have it at ntowl.com, short for nightowl.com, one of my domains. Test files / and here's the HTML forms.html file. Let's go ahead and fill it out. Steve Perry. Hit the button. Voila. Congratulations, Steve. I've written my first PHP program. Okay, well that's nice. But how did I get these files up here? How did the files get to ntowl.com? Well, you need an FTP program. I happen to have one that I use here called WSFTP. They make a professional version of this as well nowadays. And what it does is it sets up a panel on both sides of the window. Over here, you can see is my C drive, test files. And I have these two programs, actually the HTML file and the one PHP program that was called. I have it over here. And I have it over here. This is on GoDaddy. That's where I have that domain hosted, the NTOWL. And I have a test files directory as well. Didn't have to be the same directory, it just happens to be here. And I have these programs here. So when they live up here on GoDaddy's server, I can call them through the domain name that I set up. So it works. That's great. So what if I want to make a change? Let's go to the code. Here's the HTML file. It's got the first name and last name in it. And go over to the forms file, and you can see the word success and a little PHP code here that tells me that I'm being congratulated for writing my first program. Suppose I want to make a change. Suppose I don't want to say success. Maybe I want to say good job instead of success. I save that, and I'm on my hard drive here, see? I go back to the WSFTP, I hit refresh, make sure I've got the latest one, and I only changed the PHP program. So I select that, I right arrow it, and it will come over. I want to overwrite the file that's there, so I do that. And then we have a new file. I can always hit refresh to see the dates updated. Let's go run it again and see if anything happened. I'm going to go back to the form. Name still filled in. Now it says good job. So the changes are that quick. Once you have the file up there, the next time anyone calls them, you or some other user, the changes will be there automatically. I'm going to show you just a couple of the web hosting sites that I deal with here. Here's HostGator.com. That's one that I use. And this is a control panel that they have. Just shows various things you can do. See, all of these hosters all have various little tools to help you develop websites. So live chat support, contact info, down here spam assistance, account level filtering, all this good stuff. Here's stuff with Google and what have you, Facebook, you want to integrate with that. They have some file manager and FTP stuff that they give you right away that you can just use this tool if you don't want to buy another or get another one like FileZilla is a popular one out there that's for free. And security you can set up. One thing I use a lot is this PHP MyAdmin. We're going to use this in class, but this is one that's on the server and will help me manage my databases. Here I can create new databases of the MySQL variety. You'll find MySQL out on a lot of these servers. This is what they call a shared hosting server. I don't have my own box to myself. I'm with probably 200 other people who are hosting websites on a server that either GoDaddy or HostGator maintains. But they add tools. I've got Perl modules. I've got PHP stuff here, configuration. I've got Ruby on Rails for those interested in that, so forth. Another nice thing is something called cron jobs. It's a way of setting up programs to run on a timing. You might want something to run every day or every week, something to that effect, maybe every hour. So these control panels will help you out with that. Let's go back to the little bit of the marketing part of it here. That's GoDaddy's marketing. So here's their home site. And you can look at hosting and servers, web hosting, on sale, compare hosting products. They all try to get you really excited about what they're doing. So choose your plan, connect your site. So these are the different kinds of hosting they have. You can register domains through here, the hosting. Let's look at the sale and see what it says here. So 4GH, fourth generation hosting, tells you how much it gets, that they're up a lot. Here we go. Here's what I wanted to see, the money. Economy, $4.24 a month. That's if you commit to them for a little while. Otherwise, it's like $5 a month or something to that effect. You can get different services. This is how much web space you get, email accounts and databases, and etc. Let's go look over at HostGators for a second. So they have hosting plans as well. Go to web hosting, and we get to see some comparison. So again, $396 a month, $636, so forth, and you get different kinds of services based on what you choose. It's very inexpensive, really. I've been using these kinds of services for over 10 years now, and I basically have 2 or 3 rental services like this going on at a time at a cost of about $20 a month. And I'm able to do a lot of bandwidth and a lot of storage, so I do recommend them. You may want to look around on Google and look at site reviews or hosting site reviews to get more information about what might suit you. But this is a very good, inexpensive way to take your site off your PC and put it out there for the world.